Welcome to West End News with Nieves and Jesse Epstein. Good afternoon, I'm Jesse Epstein.
And I'm Maria Isabel Nieves. Today we bring you a special report of the Theatre in London class trip to the West End production of Waste at the National Theatre. Waste was written by Harley Granville Barker first in 1906 and was performed privately by the Stage Society in 1907, for it was refused a license by the Lord Chamberlain. This was due to the controversy surrounding public entertainment in the form of a show about a political sex scandal.
Over time, however, the British must have become more accustomed to political sex scandals, for a second version of it, written in 1927, was performed for the public for the first time in 1936 at the Westminster Theatre. The current version of it, which opened in November of 2015 at the Littleton Theatre at the National, is the 1927 version. Let's take a look at the actors in last week's production. The show contained a talented cast with several notable television and theatre celebrities. Walter Kent was played by Hubert Burton. Lady Mortimer was played by Doreen Mantle. Lady Julia Farrant was played by Lucy Robinson. Frances Trebell was played by Sylvestre Letouzel. Lucy Davenport was played by Emerald O'Hanrahan. Amy O'Connell was played by Olivia Williams. George Farrant was played by William Chubb. Russell Blackborough was played by Lewis Hillier. The butler was played by Ian Jervis. Henry Trebell was played by Charles Edwards. Sir Gilbert Wedgecroft was played by Andrew Havel. The Lord Charles Cantilupe was played by Gerald MacArthur. Cyril Horsham was played by Michael Elwyn. Edmonds was played by Stephen Rashbrook. Justin O'Connell was played by Paul Hickey, and Bertha was played by Flor Keith. Well, that was a mouthful. And now, we would like to discuss how the themes of waste relate to today's society, despite them being written around 100 years ago. However, in an effort to embrace cultural diversity and reach a wider viewing audience, I will be reporting this segment in English, while Isa here reports the same thing in Spanish. Throughout history, women have been fighting for complete equality with men, both at home and in the workplace and in social situations. While definite large strides have been made regarding the issue, facing the obvious science and social trends, it is clear that we are currently nowhere near where we need to be. Just kidding. However, the issue that we were talking about remains valid. Along with foreign policy issues, one of the main things that politicians seem to be discussing these days is women's rights. In the United States, there has never been a female president. In Waste, one of the female characters seems to think that a woman can only work in a job like this, politics, through her husband, which of course is ridiculous. However, if it is so ridiculous, why is it not yet our reality?
We are currently facing issues regarding the legality and morality of abortion, with threats to organizations such as Planned Parenthood being made left and right. In Waste, Henry is so concerned with the idea of Amy getting an abortion that it leads him to develop a strong depression, which only contributes to his eventual demise. We have recently asked some of our viewers what they thought about the play, and here's what they had to say.
The Guardian gave this production 3 out of 5 stars. It said, "It is at its most invigorating on the subject of how and whether women are heard. The smoothest thing about the evening is Hildegard Bechler's sleek set with black screens that slide across the stage like darkness moving over the face of Earth."
The Daily Mail gave Waste 4 out of 5 stars. I quote, "The one failing in Roger Mitchell's direction is the inaudibility of some lines, particularly from Andrew Havel. When a script is so packed with fascinating ideas, you do not want to strain to hear them."
The Independent also gave the show 4 out of 5 stars, declaring it compulsory viewing.
The British Theatre says, "The notions and complex philosophies which underline the narrative are as fresh, vital, and important now as then." We thank our viewers for their opinions and can say with certainty that we definitely enjoyed the show. Isn't that right, Jesse?
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, this is all the time we have.
Thank you for watching our special news report on waste. Stay tuned for a special speech up next delivered by our very own President Trump.